And so it begins. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. So, today we are finally starting my leveling series on the two characters that I chose in the previous videos. So, in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to check the Warlock out. We're going to be making a Void Elf Warlock. We're going to be doing some customization options. We're going to be testing out the specialization and seeing what specialization we want to do. And I'm actually going to show you something on Icy Veins if you haven't checked it out, which I find is really, really useful if you're starting to level up a character and what's the best way of doing it. So first off, we're going to customize my character. So obviously, let's go over to the Void Elf. We're going to do a female. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I really, really, really don't like making female characters. I have nothing against women. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just I personally don't feel comfortable with making female characters. But I'm going to do it because the Void Elf males look really bad. Obviously, it's the reskin of the Blood Elf if you didn't know. So it's the female, and I like the female more. So we're going to make a Warlock. Let's go to customize. Don't know why I didn't think of that straight away. Okay, let's have a look at the skin colors. I really like the dark one. I think for, mind you, that's more bordering on Draenei. I don't really like the pale. Let's go in between. Let's go in between. I think that's more Draenei. If you looked at that from a distance, I would think Draenei. So we're going to go for that one. Face. What does this actually change? Okay, just the lip color. Smile. No, not smile. I really like the red. Like the dark lips. Kind of. Is there another one? That's too... Got to be seductive. Is that the word? Okay, let's go with that one there. Hairstyle. So, let's see if they actually took the hairstyles from the... Oh, wow. I like at the end of the hair. That's pretty cool. I don't want her, like... emo though. No, that does look pretty cool, but probably not. I like that one. Don't like that one. To be honest, we might just go with that, like the standard. I like that. Hair color. Now, we could go white. Kind of like the purple. Oh, mind you, the dark purple is really nice. Yeah, I like that. And then earrings. Let's go. I wish this would zoom in. Let's go those ones. They look cool. Now, as you may know, finding a name is really, really hard for me. So I'm actually going to use a name that I've used before. So we have the name. We have the character made. And my screen's really dark because of all this void shit going on. So let's get in. And let's have a look at the Warlock. Now, I've never properly leveled a Warlock. But I have made a Warlock in the past. While this is loading, unless there's some sort of cinematic, because it's... Oh, there might be a cinematic because there's it's Void Elf stuff. Ooh. I just realised something. That's annoying. That was really weird. Oh yeah, I have LVUI, don't I? I'd forgotten about this. I might cut this bit out. Okay, that was actually quicker than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so I think the plan is let's get to Stormwind as fast as possible. So for the Alliance, meet Ambassador Morgard at the Stormwind Embassy. Get the tabard and things like that. Can you hear that? turn that up a
The
little bit.
one weapon that can stop the enemies of Azeroth. But we see alternatives, many roads, many possibilities that are open to us.
There will be those who doubt you, who question your resolve, your ability to harness powers that have caused the downfall of weaker wills.
I have
Together,
many lucky
we will
tools to
prove
you
them
like.
wrong.
Yeah.
Use the lessons I have taught you to maintain control. Become a weapon for the Alliance, even as you skirt the edge of darkness.
Okay, that was that. Right, let's get to Stormwind. And then we will take a look at, once we've completed this quest, I'm going to change the screen over to Icy Veins. And what we're going to do is we're going to just have a quick look at a page that they have up, which again, like I said, if you guys haven't leveled before, or if you haven't looked at certain specs before, this page is going to be really, really useful for you. Now, if I remember correctly, I have made an allied race on the human side, on the Alliance side. So all you need to do is speak to this guy.
Welcome,
What's the
friend.
name? Yeah, he's going to speak to us.
I am King Anduin Rin. As a new member of the Alliance, I wish to greet you personally.
That's
The
so
Void Elves
cool.
may be a recent addition to our ranks, but Illyria Windrunner is one of our greatest heroes. Under her tutelage, the powers you wield will aid our cause. These are troubled times for Azeroth. In the days to
She's
come,
fine.
you will face many trials, fight many foes. Know that you are never alone against the darkness, for the Alliance
stands with you.
stands with you.
Okay, whatever you
I
say.
look forward to hearing of your progress.
Let's put the stat button.
Something tells me we will speak again soon.
That's so cool.
Safe travels. Though you walk among the shadows, you are a beacon of hope to us all.
And now I know why.
Welcome,
Oh,
friend.
no.
I
Oh,
am King Anduin.
Christ. Oh, good. He disappeared. Okay, so what we're going to take a look at is, if you come onto Icy Veins, and I'll leave a link in the description below, what you need to do is you need to click to World of Warcraft, then you need to go to your classes, and many of you may know this part, so obviously I use the Restoration, Now, many of you may have seen there is a subject, if you want to call it, or a page called Leveling Up from 1 to 120. And this is for all of the classes, apart from obviously the ones that don't start at from 1. So if we go into the Warlock Specializations, so it will tell you what spec is best for leveling. So to start things off, it says that all 3 specializations are good for leveling quickly, so that's good. With Affliction and Demonology edging out by a tiny bit. That said, you can play to each spec's strength. The difference in speed is minimal, and you should instead pick what you like the most or what is more with your playstyle. So I'm actually going to go Affliction. I like the damage over time. I think I'm going to be using my Void Walker a lot. Is it called a Void Walker? It is. I can't even remember. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the Affliction. What it has here, it actually shows you a level by a level rotation and talents. So what this little bar here does is if you move it all the way down to the bottom, at level 1, it tells you obviously you can't pick your first talent to level 15, your main attack is Shadow Bolt, things like that. So as you do, we're starting off at level 12 as an allied race. So we're going to move up to level 20. And as you can see, as I'm moving up the levels, certain things are appearing. So as we get to level 20, we'll take a more in-depth look at this. So the talents to level up as Affliction Warlock. So it wants us to take Death Bolt for a talent. So are we in Affliction? We are in Affliction. So let's take Death Bolt as a talent. We're going to quickly move that onto our bar. Let's have a look again at some at the page. And then it gives you a rotation. So the rotation to level up as an Affliction Warlock. So obviously it gives you the cast Unstable Affliction whenever you have 4 or 5 Soul Shards. Apply Agony, apply Corruption, cast Drain Life. Death Bolt should be cast once you have the damage over time. That's what dots mean, of course. Cast Unstable Affliction to spend the Soul Shards, and cast Shadow Bolt to deal damage. So what it does is it gives you a quite in-depth look at the leveling, but it gives you the information not all in one go, which would be very confusing. So for example, let's just do this as a tip. If I move that up to 120, there seems like there is a lot more to read, obviously with the talents, and you're learning as you go along, and that's why I'd recommend not using a boost and actually leveling up your characters, because you'll learn them as you go along. So let's go back down to 20. So going on to 20, I think that's it. Death Bolt, tell me my rotation. Okay, I think that's it. So what I'm going to do is just going to summon my Void Walker. Get him here. Oh, love the Void Walkers. If that's one thing I can remember. Let's have a look at our bars. So it said on the... what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this over to my second screen so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. So it says here, cast Unstable Affliction. So let's get these keybinds. We're just going to use, as we're leveling up, we're going to use the 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as I get to know the class a little bit more, we'll sort it out a little bit more. So let's put that fear down there. We're going to cast Death Bolt here with Shadow Bolt. So what this means is that obviously I'll cast Unstable Affliction first, going on to Agony, going on to Corruption, then using Death Bolt, and then obviously using Shadow Bolt to passive to pad out the numbers. What did this say? Okay, so then I'll put Drain Life as 6, and obviously I'll use that when I need to heal. But apart from that, I think that's all of the... Yeah, I think that's it. Health Stone. Yeah, that's it. So I think that's it. The only other thing I'm going to quickly do is we're going to open up my heirlooms. If I can remember where heirlooms are. Heirlooms. Affliction. And what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly equip the heirlooms that are needed. So, haste, crit strike, crit strike, chest, that. Probably the haste, because that extra attack, no. I think that's it. And then obviously we'll use the Void Touch of Void. Oh, Touch of Void. So what we're going to do is we're going to equip these items. And obviously the Touch of Void is a active, so we're just going to drag that down to our bar. Now, as you can see, we've got lots and lots of empty bars, which we can use at a later date, and they will fill up as we level up. But I think that's it. This one thing I do want to quickly look at is the racials. So some of these are passive, or most of them are passive, but this one, just want to see what this one is. Tear a rift in space. Reactivate this ability to teleport you through the rift. So let's just activate that. Is this some sort of blink? It is. Okay, so I saw a comment a little while ago on the YouTube saying, someone said to create a mage for the movability, but I think, yes, it is a 3-minute cooldown, but if you're about to get hit by something, you need to get out of there fast, I think that would be useful. Create a health stone. Ah, I'm so happy. I think I'm going to fall in love with the Warlock. But that's it for today, guys. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to get the character made, and then we'll be off. So, like I said, if you want to follow this series, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure your bell's on as well, because as soon as I upload it, you can carry on with the story. Or even if, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in one big playlist. So if you want to stop now and watch when it's when I get to 120, even better. So once again, hopefully you can join me another time, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching.